All right, let's take you back to Ekurhuleni, and that's where residents are up in arms following power and water outages in the area. They say some parts of the area have not had water for 3 weeks, while other sections are experiencing severe power cuts. Now, they are demanding answers and are calling on the city officials to take responsibility. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is joining us now once again. Nqobile, good morning to you. And the understanding is that you are now in the Elands area. Talk to us about what the situation is in that part of Ekurhuleni.
Well, the people here at Nqobile were just telling me a story about how they have lost most of the food that they have bought for a month. This is mainly because they haven't had power for over 20 days without power, and they don't really have an explanation as to why they don't have power. So the first guest that I'm going to speak to is a councillor, because of course people want answers. And I'm going to ask from you, councillor, why haven't people had power for 20 days?
So firstly, thank you so much to Newzroom Afrika for having us. We are in Elandsfontein in Ward 92. Today is day 20 with no power. We've had zero communication. We've tried from all levels of Ekurhuleni to try and get answers. At the end of the day, the people that are suffering are my residents. Ultimately, what we need is either to get our power fixed, or we need to be able to ensure that we get communication. So we've gone from MMCs to the new mayor, to the city manager, to divisional heads, to people from the depot, to Ekurhuleni staff in general, trying to get answers. And unfortunately, we are getting blocked. So we're not getting answers. And at the end of the day, my residents are the people that are suffering. As was mentioned, they have been, obviously they've spent money on their groceries. We've got many residents that have, medical issues, and my residents are suffering. You can imagine not having power for 20 days, zero communication. One of the challenges comes in is that, we want to be able to let people know what's happening, especially as councillors.
It must be difficult for councillors to not have answers.
Absolutely it is. Obviously, as a councillor, we are the face of the community. We are the middle person between the residents and the city of Ekurhuleni. My job is to take their problems, send it to the officials, and be able to get help. So for example, one of the situations that we faced is that Ekurhuleni works on a 48-hour turnaround. We are 19 days basically over that turnaround time.
But I would imagine then you can walk into an office and speak to your colleagues about what's happening.
So last year we were able to do that, and unfortunately this year we are now being told that we're not allowed to. So for example, the energy depot where the Germiston councillors go and submit their lists, we've been told that we are no longer allowed inside. What we need to do is that we have to give our lists of outages to a security guard outside the depot. I've gone to the Germiston Chambers, I've gone to the Germiston Customer Care Centre seeking help, and unfortunately I am getting pushed from pillar to post. In actual fact, my residents have also sought the same help, and they also are getting pushed from pillar to post.
And I'll bring in the resident that is here. I mean, Mama, Uba was just saying that at this point that you've been sent from pillar to post to get answers. Tell me what you've been asking. What do you need help with at this point?
At this point, we only need our electricity to be fixed, because on a daily basis we are losing food. We don't have enough money. The budget that we've done for the month, it's been fucked up by who? Those fat cats that are sitting there on the level higher grounds. We are suffering here because we are on the lower grounds, because we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing because of what? Because of them. They don't care about us. We send from pillar to post at what cost? At what cost? That's what I'm asking.